Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, whether you're new or you are just coming back for more. Please ignore my random looks. My lash keeps trying to pop off. So today we are just trying a bunch of new products. There are a few things in here that I didn't have new products to try, so I just used some of my good old and favorites. But for the most part, we're trying a lot of new stuff. So we're covering this eye because the eyelash went on wonky. So yeah, that's just what we're doing today. I hope you guys like this video. I did just have my wisdom teeth taken out a couple days ago, so it's been a little bit hard to talk, and I've been making words sound weird. I promise it's almost done. It's just the unboxing and then this video, and then there shouldn't be any other videos where I'm still talking weird. So I know I do mention it a few times because, like, while I'm putting on foundation, that kind of hurt to bounce a sponge on my jaw where they just pulled teeth. So I tried not to mention it too much because I know it can get annoying if you say the same thing over and over, but it hurt. So yeah, that's that's all I have to say before we go ahead and get started. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. Let's go ahead and get right on into the video. Just gonna go ahead and get started with the Cover FX Blurring Primer that I got in one of my BoxyCharms. It looks like it has a tint to it, like a color. This is meant to fill the pores, so you could just use it in the center of your face if that's where you have most pores, and then use a different primer along the rest of your face. But I am just going to use this all over because I want to try new products and not the same ones that I use over and over. It's very thick, so it's hard to completely spread out. I think it's mostly meant to be like spot priming. It did a great job of filling in the pores on my nose, which is where I have the most problem. So you're just going to want to let that dry a little bit and then move on. So next I'm just going to color correct. I don't have any new color correcting product. It's like, I think only three things. Yeah, only three things out of this entire set of supplies or whatever. No, there's a couple of things that I don't have new products to try. So I'm just going to use my good old favorite. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid in the shade Peach. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to blend that in. So for foundation, today I am trying the Tarte Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation. I don't think I've tried it. I think I tried the matte one, and my skin's gotten to this place where it's really, really good. There's very few marks or anything, so I have a little bit of a bump, like that might be a pimple, might be a bug bite coming in over here. And then I have my nose, which is greasy and has large pores, but so far everything else has been doing really, really great. But whenever I put on matte foundation, suddenly it gets very dry and texture pops up all over the place, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I've been having to switch my foundations to hydrating ones rather than matte ones. So I thought I would try the Tarte Hydrating Shape Tape Foundation because I have the matte one and it just did that too dry on my face thing. Hopefully this is still the same shade. I bought this before I got tan for the summer, so... Oh. Yeah, that looks like it might be a little too light. Maybe it'll be different once we blend it out and add bronzer and contour and everything. And I know one of the Shape Tape foundations was supposed to be blended out with a brush and one with the sponge, but I don't remember which one. I'm just going to use my beauty sponge. So, I'm not sure how much you guys can see, but it looks like it's a kind of medium coverage. So if you wanted a fuller coverage, you could add a second layer or use a brush, and that'll help keep it more full coverage. But I think I might need a little more on my chin. It looks a little red. But otherwise, I think it's okay the way it is. Also, my jaw hurts from having my wisdom teeth taken out, and I don't want to keep smashing my face with the sponge. I mean, it's gentle, but it's still hurting, so. So next up, I'm gonna try the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind concealer. I've seen this all over the place, so I thought it was about time I try it. So this is definitely a weird, weird as in different, not weird as in bad, but it's definitely a weird applicator. I feel like I should be able to blend this out with this little sponge on the tip, but I can't. It just adds more. So I'm just gonna place it on here. It's a very lightweight formula. And it looks like it's blending pretty nicely without just completely disappearing. So that is nice. I like how smooth it's looking. It blended out pretty nicely and really smooth. Like, I can see that it might want to crease, so we're definitely gonna have to set that. But like, other than in here, it's blending out along the edges very nicely. It's not, sometimes when you blend out a concealer, I don't know if you guys have this problem, but sometimes when I blend out a concealer, it just wipes away everything, and it doesn't seem to be doing that. So that is great. I guess we can use it a little bit on the nose and forehead to kind of bring some dimension back into the face. I like that so far. Okay, to set, again, I don't have a new product for this, but I have a semi-nail. So I've used this like once or twice. I don't think I've used it in a video yet. Maybe I have, I don't know. I've only used it a couple of times. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. You guys have probably heard about this all over the place. But I finally bought it and we're gonna use it. I'm gonna use it to bake first. Just because I don't want this creasing. I'm gonna go ahead and bake a little bit where my forehead is creasing. I'm just gonna go in. This is the Aesthetica P12 face brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use this for setting the rest of the face with this. I just got this in a BoxyCharm, so. It sounds like someone's just revving their engine over and over again outside. So if you guys can hear that, I'm really sorry. I really don't know what's going on. That foundation actually doesn't look too bad. When you compare it to like my arms, it looks too light, but it's blending into my like neck and chest area pretty nicely, like just a little bit lighter, like maybe one shade lighter. So it should look okay once we put on some bronzer and contour. So I'm just gonna pat this away. So next up, I'm going to go in with the Pure Sculptor palette. that I just got in BoxyCharm. Like, a lot of the stuff came in BoxyCharm, and I'm just trying a bunch of new stuff, so if you haven't seen that unboxing, it's just all my summer BoxyCharms and my FabFitFun box, so I'll have that linked below. I think I'm gonna go into Inventor, which is the slightly lighter contour shade. That is bad. So just a warning, if you are using this palette, it is super pigmented and it picks up a lot of product really fast. Well, this specific brush picks up a lot of the product. Seriously, if you're gonna use this, have your fluffy powder brush on hand so you can blend, because pigmentation, like serious pigmentation. So for bronzer, I'm going to use this Butter Bronzer, just in the bronzer shade from Physicians Formula. And I've seen this all over the place, and I have not actually had the chance to use it. So this is the coloring, and it looks like there's a sponge underneath. I've never put bronzer on with a sponge. I don't think I'm gonna risk it now since I'm already having contour problems. It smells like coconut. Have I ever smelled better? I don't know. I just want to eat my face right now. It smells like coconut, vanilla. It looks okay in person, but on camera it looks like it's not blended properly, which has me worried. I guess I'll see when I'm editing how it really looks, but in person it looks great. So I'm just going to take some of this setting powder and clean up that contour. This Laura Mercier powder has like one of those little strainer type things in it, which makes it really hard to pick up a lot of powder for baking. But I think I got enough to at least. Got powder everywhere. Just talking about how I couldn't pick up enough of it, but it's just all over the place. For blush, I'm using this Note Desert Rose Luminous Silk Compact Blusher. Again, another one that I got in my BoxyCharm summer boxes. It's just a very soft, natural looking blush color. It's actually kind of orangey pink. Dusty rose, you know. That's kind of what it means. I like to keep my blush kind of on the outer half of my cheek. It gives more of a sophisticated look rather than the rosy cheeked young girl type of look. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, and then we're just gonna blend that together by taking the powder brush again. Honestly, I'm loving how my face is looking right now. It looks so smooth. I don't know if you guys can tell in the camera. It just looks so smooth. So we're gonna go back into the Pure Sculpture palette to highlight. And I'm once again gonna go with the lighter shade here. And this is the Luxie Tapered Highlighting Brush. It's like really huge, which should give us a nice blended highlight. Or nothing at all. Okay, so this highlighter is just giving like a very nice natural kind of glow, so you're not gonna get like that beam. You could probably wet it and get a beaming glow, but I just want to see what this product can do on its own, which is a nice natural soft glow. Aside from the little patch of contour that went on too thick, all of these powders look really skin-like. It's kind of crazy. You can see my freckles peeking through, so it kind of makes it look like this is actually my skin, even though I'm wearing like a ton of makeup right now. Nothing looks cakey or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Maybelline New York Master Fix by Face Studio Wear Boosting Setting Spray. I have used this before. It's the only setting spray I have right now. Actually, I think I have Fix Plus, but I don't have any new setting sprays right now. I did order a new one, but it is in the mail, shipping here still, so I got this one. I haven't used it on camera yet. I think I just used it at a camp. And this does like a very nice mist, but it does occasionally throw out like a huge droplet, which you want to keep an eye out for, because obviously if you get a water drop on it, it creates a spot in your makeup rather than just melting it. Give it a little bit to dry. I forgot to bring my fan over. And again. So I actually did my nails, both hands. Half the time I paint one hand and then end up getting bored. But I actually got both hands painted this time. And then I fell asleep. So they're like smudgy and not as nice as they looked when I first did them. But I'm in the process of growing my nails out, so these are my natural nails. They're not like very long. Some of them are longer than others, but they've been getting healthier because I've been growing them out since the last time I got acrylics, and then I've been using this nail strengthener stuff, and I think it's working. Okay, we're gonna move on now that I'm sticky to brows. So I'm just gonna brush them out real quick. And this is the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Brow Cream. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. It's kind of like a brow pomade, so should work okay. This is actually a pretty nice color. I was worried because taupe is normally too light for my brows, but this actually looks pretty dark, so. That's actually pretty nice. I like it. This brow is so much thicker than this one. I think I'm just gonna have to grow them out and get them professionally done. I haven't ever gone anywhere else but my own self to get my brows done because all I ever hear are horror stories, and also I feel like it hurts more when someone else does your brows than when you do them yourself. Like, I can wax, pluck, whatever all day long, not really hurt, but the moment somebody else does it, it's like, ow. But honestly, this brow is just so much thicker than this one, and the arch on it is way better. So I'm thinking I may end up having to go let someone else take care of it for me, get them evened out. It looks pretty good. I didn't bring a gel because I thought that was gonna be more gel-like, but I guess I don't really need a gel right now. They're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. So next I'm going to go in with eyeshadow. So I need to prime my lids first. I don't have a new eyeshadow primer, so I'm just using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So I'm not sure if you guys have noticed or not, but I have been trying to kind of revamp my channel. I've got some new channel art, some new end cap screens. I thought the old ending was a little impersonal, so the end cap screen comes after my outro, after I say bye and thanks and all that good stuff. I'm just trying to make it better quality, more professional, I guess. A little nicer to watch. And I'm going to be trying to upload more consistently, but again, I am still in school until January. I graduate at the end of January, so it is hard during some sessions. My classes are only 5.5 weeks long, so it's a lot of work. It's crammed into that short time period, which means I don't always have the most time to do makeup and stuff. That's another reason why my videos, there haven't been a lot of doing my makeup or like makeup tutorials or anything like that. It's just because when I do have time, I don't have time to do a makeup video. I have time to do an unboxing here. I'm curling my hair anyway, so I might as well film that. Those type of videos, but I'm trying to make more time for this, so I'm gonna be doing stuff like this hopefully more often. But again, I graduate in January, so there's only like 6 months or so that you guys will have to put up, and then I'll be back consistently because I won't be doing schoolwork anymore. So I just gotta let that dry a little bit, and then we're gonna go in with Gabby's Alamar Cosmetics. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe? Queen of the Caribbean, or Caribbean Queen, but in Spanish, or Brazilian, or Caribbean. I don't know. Cuban. It's in Cuban. Words I can't pronounce because I only speak English. This palette, with the fun colors, that's what we're gonna do to our eyes. So it looks like there is no like base color in here, so I am just gonna go ahead into my setting powder to set the eye primer. Some people say you shouldn't set, and I just think that's, in my experience, such bad advice, because every time I've tried that, it, you know, the powder sticks to the eyeshadow primer. Even if you've let it dry a little bit, it's still a cream product. It still kind of sticks and makes it a little harder to blend. But if you put a primer, let it dry, and then put a base color or a setting powder to set the primer with, it creates a really soft, smooth base, and then all of your shadows blend beautifully. So yeah, that's the update on what's going on with the channel. I've just been super busy. I'm setting up my photography business, like rather than just learning about photography and doing photo shoots, I am now into the business half of the schooling. So I'm learning like business plan and marketing and stuff like that because, okay, sorry, I had to change out the memory card, it was full. Anyway, what I was saying is, being a photographer, you don't just take pictures and then give people the pictures. You're the photographer, you're the person that has to drive everywhere. You have to, you know, organize all your equipment, clean your own equipment. You don't have anybody to do any of that stuff for you. And then on top of that, you're also your own accountant and business manager and salesperson. And there's just like a lot of things that most people don't think about that go into being a photographer. And so we have to learn all about the marketing and sales and the business part and how to manage a business. And basically, if you went to school for business or financing, you learned just business or just financing. You might have touched on other subjects because, you know, you kind of need a little bit of variety and knowledge, but your main focus is on business or your main focus is on finance or whatever. In photography, your focus is split, so you learn all the technical skills and stuff, but then you have to equally learn as much about the business side, and you have to equally learn marketing, you have to equally learn financing and all of that stuff because you have to do all of that stuff yourself until or if you become successful enough. There's like a long hair on this. Then you might be able to hire someone else to do the business management or to take care of the accounting for you, but most photographers have to do all of that stuff themselves. So that's what I'm kind of dealing with, is a lot of work on top of having to take photos, on top of the fact that I actually do photography. Like, I have already started building up my client base, so I do photo shoots on a regular basis, and I have a full-time job. So that's just kind of why I haven't been so consistent and haven't really had a lot of time to put on makeup and film it. We're gonna go into Cocoa Taxi. It's a little sun by it. All the mattes have a little sun by it, so I don't know, use those dry, or what does that mean? Oh no, maybe it just means it's matte. So it's this really pretty orange shade. But what I'm trying to do is manage my time a little better so that I can have at least one day a month where I film multiple videos, and then I can edit those and put those out throughout the month. Picked up product. Tap off the excess. Now there's barely anything there. Okay. I kind of see you. Yeah, you're definitely just a transition shade though. So I am going to be kind of revamping, you know, I'm trying to make sure I keep my quality up. There are a few videos left that I have pre-filmed that I want to edit and get up. I should be uploading them like soon, so you guys should already have seen them, but it's just like, I'm trying, is what I'm trying to say. And then also I stopped doing vlogs on this channel. So vlogs, they're a lot harder to edit. Like, I don't think they're hard to edit, they take a lot more time to edit because it's a lot more footage. It's days, multiple days where you film, so it's a lot more footage than just sitting here for 30 minutes, an hour, maybe even 2 hours, and then editing that down to 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes. It's you know, 10 hours here, 10 hours, or 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, maybe 30 minutes over here, but it's all day long for multiple days, so you end up with hours of footage unless you forget to take your camera, which I sometimes do. So it's just not something that's practical for me to do at the moment because I just don't have that much time, and a lot of my days are spent in front of a computer, so there's not much to vlog. But I won't be bringing vlogs back to this channel. That's, I guess, the biggest update. My wife and I are going to start a separate channel. Can you hear my dogs barking? So, you guys have seen Kenya on this channel in a few different, like, challenges or videos or whatever. The first couple times she was kind of, like, shy and uncomfortable, but once she gets comfortable in front of the camera, she's actually pretty funny, and you guys seem to like her in these videos. But I feel like the best way to keep this channel clean to what you guys want is to keep it beauty related, because that's what most of you guys subscribed for. And so I'm going to put all the lifestyle and stuff with my wife on a second channel, and so we're going to have a separate, like, coupley channel. We don't have a name for it yet. If you guys have a suggestion, leave it in the comments down below. We're probably going to be filming a couple of videos for that channel over the next couple of months. And I'm just using a clean brush to blend that out. And then have that up, have that new channel started probably around Christmas time when I get a little bit of a break from school. But maybe before then if we get around to it. It really depends on how the workload is for my next few sets of classes. But I know she's really excited for that. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to do our vlogs on that. We're going to do weekly vlogs on that channel. And then we're going to do, you know, just couples challenges, just different videos together. We might do, I'm probably going to move the cooking with me channel videos to that channel. She might do a couple videos on her own eventually, who knows where the channel will end up going. But we just thought that would be great. She thinks it'd be great just to have a representation of like the LGBTQ plus community doesn't have a lot of representation. They do have quite a few YouTubers, but they don't have any. A lot of those LGBTQ YouTubers are either makeup related and they don't do a lot of lifestyle, or their lifestyle, but their lifestyle is a lot of like partying or hanging with friends or stuff like that, and we have more of a like, we don't really do a lot of stuff like that. Like, we don't party a lot. We don't. That's just like a big thing in the LGBTQ plus community, and we think there's not enough representation of what the everyday married working full-time kind of couple goes through, and that kind of just regular everyday life. And then we also want to touch on the kinds of issues that affect the LGBTQ community and all that stuff. So it's kind of a variety of stuff, but not only focused on LGBTQ plus stuff. It's just, that's what we are, so it's not like we're going to be avoiding that subject. But yeah, that's just what you can expect, our everyday type of life situations that anybody can watch, like straight or not straight. If you just like watching everyday couple videos. And then also we'll have a few targeted towards our community, because there does need to be more like that out there. I just took Tropico, which is the kind of red one, and I'm blending it now to kind of deepen that up, because I feel like it's not, the Cocoa Taxi was not very pigmented. And this is honestly, once I start blending it, it kind of disappears as well, so it's kind of disappointing. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me and with the channel and everything. I want to start putting up videos more consistently, but I want to keep them beauty and fashion and stuff like that kind of related. And I'm also talking to more local YouTubers. I'm gonna try and make more local YouTuber friends so we can have more fun collabs and stuff, like in-person collabs. I know you can do collabs long distance, which I have done before, just like once or twice, but I want to make friends with YouTubers in my area, so hopefully we'll have some more of those type of videos coming up. I feel like it's not blending on this eye as well as it's blending on this eye. Can you guys tell a difference, or am I crazy? I might just be crazy, who knows? I was getting ready to like dust away some fallout, but I actually don't have any, which is amazing. I'm just gonna go in with a slightly smaller blending brush and go into Guantanamera, which is this kind of purple tinted red, just to really deepen that crease and outer. I'll go ahead and bring that into the lid as well. That one actually did have some fallout, and it produced a lot more kickback on the palette than the other colors did. So prepare for that. Oh, and if you hadn't noticed, I did change my Instagram handle. So now it's ThisGlitteringAdventure, just like my YouTube channel name that you're watching right now. I thought it'd be great if they could all match, like all my socials match in name. So I changed my Instagram to ThisGlitteringAdventure, and it's gonna stay focused on beauty and fashion rather than lifestyle. But it's still gonna have some lifestyle because it is still my personal Instagram as well as my beauty Instagram. So I don't want to make it too limited. But then I tried to change my Twitter to match my YouTube, and it was too many characters. You know, Twitter handles have to be smaller, so I just ended up not having, I was trying to make it less different names, like I wanted you guys to have to remember less names, but now I have Instagram as ThisGlitteringAdventure, YouTube as that same, and then Twitter is a different name, and then Snapchat's a different name, and it's not at all what I was trying to do. I think it's kind of the opposite of what I was trying to do, but it's done, so I figure why bother going back. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get. That color blending. What? I thought you were a clean brush. You're not clean. You are. Just dropping everything. Okay. Do I want to do some blue? I'm just gonna go into this top pink one here. It's a shimmery shade, so I'm just going in with a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna put this on my lid. Let's see how pigmented it is. Okay, yes, that was a good decision. Okay, so this is actually very pigmented and super bright, but I think it's gonna go on better with my finger. Yeah. It feels creamy with my finger, but it feels patchy with the brush, so if you're using this palette, I definitely recommend using your finger to put this on. And I'm just gonna blend that into the other colors. Okay, I kind of made a mess of my inner corner, but still not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that Cocoa Taxi, which is the orange, because I feel like my crease color got kind of clouded by that shimmery shade. I want to bring some warmth back into it. So I'm gonna go in with the pointed blender brush to Cocoa Taxi and smoke out my lower lash line. This is again just working as a transition color, just like I did up in the crease. And then into Tropico. And finally into Guantanamera, which I will probably never be able to pronounce without like sounding it out like that. Blending brush to kind of blend that a little bit more. I feel like it went on kind of heavy. I'm going with a pencil brush to La Costa. And kind of mimic what we did up above by bringing it to my lower lash line here. We'll worry about any fallout. I'm gonna go ahead and set spray again. Okay, so for my waterline, I'm gonna go in with this Jaunt Blue eyeliner in charcoal. Yeah, that pencil is not really wanting to write on my waterline, so that kind of sucks. For eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with the Pretty Vulgar ink gel liner thing. I'm not the best with gel liner, but I'm gonna attempt it. So I have this, okay, well I was gonna say I have this liner brush, but I can't get the little plastic off of it. We're gonna go in with this more of an angled liner brush. And hopefully I can do this. Okay, that's not bad. I didn't completely ruin everything. I'm kind of scared to attempt a wing though. Ooh. It's just a baby wing. It's not the sharpest or most upward going wing that I've ever done, but it's not bad. Let's see if I can get that tight line. Okay, I like it. I did get a little bit on my lower. Not bad, not ruined. I actually really like this liner. What I'm doing is just picking some up by putting my brush in there, and then I'm actually kind of smoothing it and brushing it and getting the excess off onto my hand here, and then I can just dip back into my hand until that dries, and then I just go back into the pot. And that worked really well for this eye, so it's really not a bad wing. I think I just got better at wings. Success. Okay, don't jinx yourself, okay? Just calm down. Don't. You know you're gonna be upset if you jinx yourself, so. I was so close to ruining it there for a second. Oh my goodness. Yep, I ruined it. I got so excited at the success of this wing that I jinxed this one. So that wing's a lot thicker than this one, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done. Certainly not the best. Okay, so for mascara, I want to try this Wander Beauty Unlashed that I got in a BoxyCharm. Because, you know, I got just everything in a BoxyCharm. Don't know why I even keep saying that it's in a BoxyCharm. I did not bring my lash curler, but I'm just doing like a light layer because I'm going to put lashes on. That's just kind of going to help my lashes blend into the Paddington Lashes falsies. These are kind of soft and natural looking. These lashes aren't winged or anything. They're just like everyday lashes. Just to add some volume and curl. I haven't used them before yet, and I'm using the same glue that I always use, which is the Duo Lash Adhesive. So I'll be back as soon as I'm done putting these on. Okay, I got the lashes on. This one looks a lot better because I kind of like curled it after realizing that it was too straight when I put this one on. The glue's still drying a little bit, so if you can see that, just ignore it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lip primer, which is the same one I always use. Again, I didn't buy new lip primer. This is just the Dr. Brandt Extend Your Youth Lip Smoother. Apparently it's hard to smack my lips together. That hurts my wisdom teeth sockets. While that dries, we're gonna go back in with the mascara for my lower lashes. This is a major difference between this eye and it's bothering me. Those lashes are glued in place, so I guess I just gotta deal with it. Okay. And for the lipstick, I'm using this Longwear Matte Lip Gloss, which I have swatched right here. I just think it's a really pretty color, and also it dried down and it is not like it's really just not coming off or smudging or anything, so I might regret it later when I'm trying to take off my makeup, but for now I think it'll be a pretty color. So you may have noticed I did call this a lip gloss, but it does dry down completely matte. I'm not sure why they named it lip gloss. It is basically a longwear lipstick in my book. So I'm just gonna let that dry. Do one more go with my setting spray. let everything dry and I'll be back for the finished look. Did that even sound like a sentence? I will be back for the finished look. It is so hard to talk right now. Okay, so that is the finished look with all these new products. I don't know why I'm waving my arms around like a crazy person. Yeah, I really liked some of these. I didn't like some of the others, so like I didn't really, not the biggest fan of the blush. The bronzer I think is okay if I was going for a lighter look, but since I did kind of a smokier eye, I think the bronzer should have been a little bit darker. I love the eyeliner. This eyeliner went on so smooth. It's so black and inky, and now my lash is coming off. That's rude. That's very rude, lash. It's very black and inky, went on very smooth. It was a little easy to clean up when I went in with a Q-tip after messing up, so it's not a bad liner. I like the color of this lipstick and it stayed very well. Like it dries down very matte, so I might look into what other shades they have for that. And I really like the foundation even though it's not a full coverage, which is what I normally love. So far I think I discovered a bunch of great new products to continue using. And I hope you guys liked this little get ready with me, a little bit of an update type of thing. If you did, and you haven't been scared away by the fact that my lash keeps trying to pop off, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!